very happy enjoying your life, and I welcome you on my YouTube channel. On this channel we just talk about France and French language because France is an amazing country. Here you can study here free of cost, you can do job and you can settle here for a lifetime. And also if you learn French language, this can help you to achieve all the big goals. It can make you citizen of any French speaking country. So always think about France and learning French language. And in today's video I will be talking about the biggest new immigration law which will take place in the month of October this year 2024 in France. And this law only specifically made to keep in mind the children, and especially the children of non-European citizens. That means from India, from Latin America, Asia, Europe, different countries. So if you live in any country outside European Union or outside France, so this new immigration law will impact you, because if you have your children in France or you're planning to send your children before children of under age 18, so this new law you should know, otherwise this will be a big problem for your children. So in this video I will be explaining you everything about this new law, and after watching this video till then you will understand everything and then you will avoid all the mistakes. So now without wasting further time, let's get started. So first of all, in the beginning of this video I want to make it very clear that the news I'm going to break right now about France, I will show you this complete news online also in this video. So watch this video till then, because I want to make sure that whatever I'm saying you should know that this is true, because sometimes you can feel that I'm making some fake stories from my side. So I don't do all these things. I will show you this news online also so that you will trust me. So let me talk about this new immigration law which will be taking place in the month of October this year 2024, and this will impact only children. So what happened? France at present, for example, if you are a foreign citizen, you are not a citizen of European Union or France. So if you have your child below 18 years of age, or maybe you're planning to send your child in future, so France is saying that if you want to bring your son, so what happens, the France never gives residence permit to children below 18 age. So what happens now, France is introducing a new card which is called DCEM. DCEM is a French word. For example, document de circulation pour étranger mineur. That is the French name, but in English we can say that a travel document for foreign minors. So what happens? Let's take an example. You have your son in France or your daughter in France. So you want your daughter and son to move to other country for travel purpose, to meet your family. Maybe your children is in France, but your son or your daughter will go to Latin America. So once she will go outside, or he or your child will go outside, so they must have this document DCEM. So once you have this document DCEM, that means your child can move to Latin America and your child can come back to France, and you have to just show the passport of your child and also this DCEM, because once you have this DCEM letter, this will make sure that the French immigration team, they will understand that this particular child is living in France, or he or she has gone outside to travel purpose to meet someone for any different reasons. But the main thing is that your child can come back with this DCEM. So this is something very, very special, and if you make a mistake, then your child can have a problem. So at present, now I'm making this video, and this is the month of July, we have September, we have October, so still you have 2 months time. So I want to make sure that before this happens, before this gets implemented, so you must know in advance. So that's how you can take precautions, and you can be mentally prepared that this document you must have DCEM. So I hope I have done everything clear. I have made everything clear. So this DCEM is very, very important, and you must have, so that your child can move outside France and come back in France, because for children France doesn't give residence permit. Residence permit is always given to people who are above 18 years old. So this is something, the difference you have to keep in mind. So I hope I have explained you everything. So this new immigration law you must keep in mind, so keep in mind. And now let me tell you the duration of this DCEM letter. So this DCEM letter will be issued for every 5 years. So that means once it will be issued for 5 years, then before expiring you must renew it, and this will be renewed again for more 5 years. So that's how you can use that. So this will be having a duration of 5 years, so keep in mind. And now let me tell you the cost of this DCEM. So if you are a child of non-European citizen, so that means you have to pay 50 euros fees to issue this DCEM document for your child. So 50 euro is the fees, so keep in mind. So now you can see on your screen, it's a Schengen news. It's a very reliable news agency, and this agency has broken this news big update for all of you. So now you can read from your side. I will be explaining you everything online so that you can trust me. So here you can see foreign children residing in France will need a DCEM once entry exit system launches. So that means the new system will be launching in October, and this will impact the children cases in France. That's why I'm telling you that you should be prepared in advance so that you can help your children to make sure that they are safe and they can travel, they can take an exit from France and they can come back in France. So here you can see July 1st 2024. So it is a breaking news I'm giving you, and here you can see the key takeaways. Foreign children under 18 living in France will need a DCEM to travel abroad when EES enters into force. So that means this news is especially for children who are below 18 age. So this is something very you have to understand, and I talked about DCEM. I will explain you also later. So here you can see this document proves that foreign children legally reside in France and exempts them from the requirement to register in the EES. So that means whenever you have this DCEM letter, so that your child can go abroad and come back. So this will be a proof that your children is living legally in France. And here you can see the price for the DCEM is 50 euros, but some foreign children are exempt from the fee. So this is 50 euro. I already told you about this. So you can see all the key takeaways points here. Now let's explain further. Foreign children under the age of 18 who live in France will be required to possess a travel document for foreign minors, DCM. You can see the translation, a travel document for foreign minors to travel abroad once the EU's entry exit system enters into France. So this system will be coming into place in the month of October. That's why I explained you. So you have to be super active right now for your children. So it is all about the breaking news I'm telling you. So here you can see EU's new entry exit system will launch in October of this year. I told you this will impact in the month of October. So not now, but you have to be prepared, and will replace the manual passport stamping that currently applies to non-EU nationals entering the Schengen area. Because right now what happens when you enter in the country, the immigration officer, they make a stamp on your passport, but this will be done now. This will no longer be a process right now. So here you can see as soon as the system become functional, under 18s will have to hold a passport along with the DCM to be exempt from the ES when traveling from France to another member states, and the other way around. So this is very simple. If you have your child in France, he can travel abroad, he can come back anywhere, but DCM is something which is very important. You must have by after this new law comes into the picture in the month of October. Here, since you can see that since children of nationalities not required to have visas to enter France are not generally issued residence permits, the DCM will serve as a document to prove that they legally reside in France. The connection explains. So I told you earlier that what happens when you have a child in France below the age of 18, so your children cannot have this residence permit. So in this case, this DCM you should have. That's a replacement of residence permit for the child below 18 age. So this is something you have to understand. On the other hand, foreigners over 18 years of age residing in France who hold a document proving that they are residents of the country will not be affected by the system. So that means the children above 18 age, they will not be affected by the system. Everything will be same for them. It's all about the children who are below 18 age. They will not be required to register into the EES as long as they possess a residence card. So this is something which is very clear now. Yup, here you can see, as choose France official website explains, foreign minors living in France are not required to have a residence permit. So that's, I told you earlier, they don't need residence permit, they need DCM. Here you can see, however, when traveling outside the country, foreign minors are required to hold a DCEM, which permits trips abroad without the need to obtain a visa to have a smooth travel experience. I think this is something, in a nutshell, you can understand. This is the catch line, that when you have your children in France, they can move outside, they can come back, so they will have a smooth travel experience, they will not find any issues. So that's why DCM is very, very important, and you must have. And as I told you that the fees, DCM costs 50 euros and is valid for up to 5 years. I told you that this will be costing 50 euros and the validity you will get 5 years. So after every 5 years you have to renew it to make sure that your children can live in France peacefully. So I think it's very clear now. I have explained you, I have shown you this breaking news online, so now you can trust me that this is true reality, and you must be aware in advance now, so that by the time of October this year you can make your children's DCEM document so that your child can live peacefully in France. So I hope you have understood everything. So keep in mind this good news and make sure you take the necessary step by the time of October. So thank you so much. So now I do hope that you have seen everything, you have read everything. So this document is very, very important. So this year in October, this law will be implemented. So make sure that you have this DCM document for your child who is living in France, so that your child can live peacefully. So I hope I have done justice. I have made sure that you can understand everything. So just follow this, and thank you so much for watching this video. Best of luck.